Hi and welcome to my channel. My name's Teresa and I'm the Car Boot Crafter, and you may remember in my last video I started making a little handmade gifts for some friends for Christmas using this paper. So this is the first part of the gift. So I've made a little handbag, really cute little handbag and I finished decorating it up as well. So that's the first part of the gift. Now I'm going to do the second part. So I'm going to pop that out the way, and we'll bring in what we need for the little notebook that goes inside the handbag. So we'll need some ribbon. We'll need a piece of chipboard that measures 3.5 by 6 inches. Some pattern paper. Now this matches the handbag. So I'm still not decided whether to use this side or that side as the outside of the notebook. We'll get to that in a minute. But this measures 4 and 3/4. No, 4 and oh yes, it is 4 3/4 by 7 1/4. And then we've got another piece that matches, that measures 3 3/8 by 5 7/8, and then we've got some cut up pieces of paper that measures 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. Now I've used different colours because it sort of matches the papers, the pinks and the mustardy colours in there, but you can use whatever papers you've got, or you could even do it as like a junk journal. So I'll pop that to one side and we'll start on the chipboard. So I think I'm going to use that as the outside. So grab your chipboard, 3.5 by 6, and just put some glue on the back of it, because we're going to glue it onto our papers. So make sure you get those edges right into those corners so that we get a good contact in there. Pop that in the middle of your larger piece of card, which measures 4 3/4 by 7 1/4, and push that into the card like that. Then get your scissors and cut off the corners, but leave a gap. Let me just show you. So I've cut, but I've left about 1/8 of an inch from that corner. So I'm going to do it on all 4 corners like that. Now if you're not sure, cut further away and then come in, and come in again if you need to. It's better to cut not enough off than to cut too much off and cause problems for yourself. So, but if you do have a problem, you've cut too close, come back in with one of these corners you've cut off, glue that in place, and that will hide your chipboard when you start to fold and cover it. So next thing you want to do is get your bone folder and really score into that paper using your chipboard. So butt your bone folder right up and score all the way down, backwards and forwards a few times, and go all the way around with your bone folder like that. There we go. And then once you've done that, I like to use my surface and just bend it up, bend it all the way over, and then use your bone folder to push it down. It stops any bubbling on this side with the paper as well by doing it that way, and then burnish down from that side. Then come across and I always do opposite sides together, so I will start at the big ones and do both of the long sides first. Right, and burnish that down, flip it back over and burnish into there again as well. Then I'm going to do the same with the short sides. So push that right the way over and score that down like that. And the same here, like that. So I'm reinforcing all of those like there. Then I'm going to start with the short. It doesn't really matter whether you start with the long or the short, but I'm bringing some glue in. I'm going to put a little bit on those corners as well. Bring that over and use your bone folder to really push the glue into the chipboard. And while you're doing that, hold it down, but get into that corner as well and push down. It's a bit like making the beds, you know, the hospital corners. Push that in, get that corner really pushed into your paper like that. And don't be over generous with your glue, but be generous, because what you want to do is make sure that it glues down, because the chipboard is very thirsty and will soak it up really, really quickly. So push that down, get into those corners again as well, like that, and push that in. And then we're going to do our long sides as well, like that. Make sure you get those corners and these edges here as well, because they may very well overlap onto your other papers. So plenty of glue to hold everything in place, and then come in and just give those corners a bit of encouragement as well. Just take your time with those corners, because it will be worth it, and it will be the difference between homemade and handmade. And what we want is a handmade gift, rather than something that that has, you know, we want it to look the best that we can, as professional as we can. So there we go, glue up and down, and then push that over and use your bone folder. Really push that glue into your papers and your chipboard, and then use your bone folder to get those corners sorted. It really is worth the effort, just coming in and taking care of those corners like that. And once you've done that, and the chipboard is so thirsty that it grabs straight away and glues down, then you've got your smaller piece which we're going to glue over the top. So what we want to do with this, because it's going to get a little bit of resistance, a little bit of wear from our notebook, notepad, we want to make sure that all of our corners and our edges are well glued down. So just go backwards and forwards like that, making sure it's all glued down. Then you know I'm going to bring in my glue spreader and just make sure I get those edges and those corners like that. It just helps to get everything to hold down when you are putting this together. I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on there and up that one side like that. Flip that over, lay it down, and there we go. So that is our baseboard for our little notebook, little notepad, should I say. I keep saying notebook, what I really mean is notepad. So there we go, that's that done. Let me throw that rubbish in the bin. And next thing we want to do is, and I'm going to use my crocodile, but use whatever you've got to hand. And I'm going to, normally I would wait, in fact I would prefer to wait if I could, but because this video is you know, only 30 minutes long, I'm going to have to go in. So just come in with your crocodile and punch 2 holes, and I'm doing it by eye, but if you prefer to measure then you do that. Whatever works for you, as always. Then come in this side, and again I'm just lining it up by eye and I'm punching through like that. And I'm just going to get one of my sheets of paper and I'm going to lay it over where I want it to sit, and then I'm going to flip it over, and using my pencil, if I can find it, there it is, I'm just going to mark where that is. So now I can pop that to one side, and I'm going to line this all up. So that's going to go on top like that, and I'm just going to line it up so that those edges are nice and sharp. I've got my clips, and I'm going to use those to hold all of this straight. So one on each side, I think. Let's do it that way as well. So one on this side, one on this side, and I'm going to be overly cautious and put one at the top as well, just to hold everything in place. And then, where did I put my crocodile? It's big enough, I should know where it is, shouldn't I? And I'm going to come in and I'm going to line that all up like that, and that goes through. And it's entirely up to you how many pages you want to use in your project. I will count these in a minute and let you know how many I've used in this. So again, come in this side, line it up and punch through. So that's worked. I'm going to leave those clips in place for the minute. Let's move everything out of the way. And then I'm going to bring in my ribbon. There it is. I'm going to cut a piece off, I think. Now you can use ribbon or lace, whatever works for you. I'm going to use ribbon, and I've gone for something that's quite contrasting to this. And what I'm going to do is, so that's the back. I'm going to cut it at an angle, actually. That might help get it through. So let's do both sides at an angle. There we go. And I'm just going to push it through from the back to the front, and the same this side, from the back to the front, like that. And I'm going to straighten it up so that it looks nice. I don't want it to be all twisted and knotted. So let's just twist that round so that it's straight, and the same with this side. There we go. And I'm going to make sure that that's quite level on both sides. Bits of ribbon everywhere. Right, now I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to attempt to thread through all of that paper. I was going to count, I will do that in a second. So that's that side. Let's do the same over here. Pull that through, and now I can let those go like that. And all we need to do now is tie a little bow on the front, like that. Hope I've got enough ribbon. I've suddenly got a mad thought that I haven't got enough ribbon to tie a bow. So I will tidy that up before I send it. But that will hold your little notebook together. So you've got that notepad, and that then matches your little purse and goes inside like that. So you've always got a little notebook inside, and what I'll do is I will buy some very fancy pens and pop one in there as well, or a not very nice pencil. Might even decorate one actually. If I've got some more of this paper, which I think I have, I will decorate that up. And there you go. Let's pinch that closed. There you have it. A sweet little gift, or for, in this case, Christmas gift for a friend or whatever. In fact, you know, I'm using my peel-offs on here. I might actually get some Merry Christmas peel-offs and put them on there just to say Merry Christmas. Or will I? I'll think about that. Anyway, I hope you like the project. I hope you think it's as cute as I think it is. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.